Hey guys, what's up? Team Metro here, bringing you another deck profile. Today, this is going to be my Thing Saver deck that I just played my ARG event. And today, I placed 25th out of 40. The deck, it, it, I've been practicing with it for about a week, so I wasn't completely up to par with everybody else. I had a bunch of good games. I lost to a couple players who just outplayed me. A couple of games the deck just kind of screwed me over. Didn't give me what I needed when I needed it. But all in all, it's a very fun deck. I definitely think it's my favorite Royal Paladin deck, and it competes for my favorite deck. It's very fun, and a lot of people weren't expecting it just yet. And it's because it's Majesty Thing Saver. So, starting Vanguard, you run Wingle Brave, just because you do run the Majesty engine in this deck. So you kind of need to run Wingle Brave. Grade 3s, you run 3 Majesty Lord Blaster. Majesty Lord Blaster, if you don't know what he does, if you have Blaster Blade and Blaster Dark in the Soul, he gains plus 2,000 and 1 crit, like the entire game, even on your opponent's turn. So he only works with the actual Blaster Blade and Blaster Dark. You can't run Blaster Blade Spirit and Blaster Dark Revenger and expect it to work. It doesn't work that way. You run 3 copies of him. And then, of course, you do run your 4 Seeker Thing Saver Dragons. Easily one of my favorite cards in the game, if not my favorite card in the game. Grade 2s, you run 3 Blaster Blade Seeker. If it came down to Blaster Blade Seeker, like if I'm going to pop somebody's rear guards, I would rather him. Just because he is Counterblast 1 opposed to the Counterblast 2. But yeah, you run 4 of him. Next we're going to run 3 of him, my bad. 4 copies of Blaster Blade, regular Blaster Blade. This is the promo with no effect. He just looked cool, so I threw him in there. Not much to say about him. Next, we're running 3 Blaster Dark, because honestly, if it came down to riding Blaster Blade or Blaster Dark, I would rather Blaster Blade. And after this, I'll show you guys a couple of combos that were pretty decent. And last, we're running 2 Starlight Violinist. Now, I like this card over the Trumpeter because I don't like using my Counterblast for anything except Thing Saver. So, he is Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1. When he's placed on Vanguard or Rearguard, you superior. Now, the reason I run him over the Trumpeter is, like I said, the cost. So yeah, you call him, you pay the cost, and you pick out. You'll generally want to shoot for him or Blaster Blade, depending on whoever you have to hit with your Wingle. Next, for the grade 1s, we do run the 4 Unflipping Perfect Guards, just because I don't really fear the cross, and if he wants to hit my rear guards, then let him have them. At this point, I don't really care too much. Next, we run 4 copies of Laurel Knight, Siculus, just so you can also get that stride a little bit faster and easier. Next, we run 2 copies of Lake Maiden Lien, just to help fix your hand. 2 copies of Knight of Friendship K. He does count as a 10k attacker if you are in Legion with Thing Saver, because Blaster Blade, you technically do have a Blaster Blade on the Vanguard circle. Lastly, for our grade 1s, we run 2 copies of Little Sage Marin. 8k Vanillas, he was great behind Vanguard. For our trigger lineup, pretty straightforward. 8 crit, that's 4. 8 crit, 4 draw, and 4 heal. Pretty self-explanatory on that. For right now, as of GBT01, we only have these 4 strides. We have the Gablade and 4 Saint Blow. Now, this is the build I'm going to work with until G Set 2 and Fighters Collection, because I think I'm still going to keep the 4 Saint Blow, and I'll just swap these for Soul Saver. Because that Soul Saver stride is too good to not run in this deck. Alright, so grade 2 wise, the best play to do is you want to ride Blaster Blade Seeker first, like for your grade 2. Boost him with Wingull, and if you don't have a blaster in your hand, you're probably going to want to pick up Blaster Dark. And then, on the odd chance that you don't, you want to call the Violinist to rear guard, use a skill, pick up one of these, and if you're that scared of your opponent hitting your rear guards, then just call it in one of the back rows. But all in all, playtesting, I tied one match, or I drew one match. I lost to... I won against one deck, and then I think I lost against 3 others, just due to triggers. Nothing I really could do about that. I ended up shuffling my hand back into my deck for one game, which, if any of you guys were at ARG in Baton Rouge, that was me. But all in all, my opinion is pretty decent. Majesty Lord was the first competitive deck I actually built. I started playing when Liberators first came into the meta, so this caught my eye. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed the video, hit that like button, rate, subscribe, comment, whatever. I do have a Gear Chronicle deck that I have not profiled yet. We also have a Razor deck, or not Razor, Extreme Battlers, and Oracle Think Tank, if you guys wanted to see it. But, yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Peace out.